If I win, I am going to instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor
If he wins,
to look into your situation.
I refuse to be an American.
To look into your situation. Because there has never
Good for
been so
you.
many lies.
She needs a special prosecutor to look into her situation because she feels she's above the law.
This is something that, like, dictators do.
With the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
That was the best one.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Because you'd be in jail.
That's right. She belongs in jail.
He should have dropped the mic right there.
She looks like a kindergarten teacher listening to one of her kids rant.
Like, it's hard for me to be eloquent when speaking about him because he's just an awful person.
9 women have come forward and said that you either groped them or kissed them without their consent.
Those stories are all totally false. I have
Totally
to say
false,
that.
because I was caught on tape, but that was false, and because all these women came forward, but that's a lie too.
I think they want either fame or her campaign did it. And I think it's her
Almost
campaign.
unbelievable that he believes that.
And I think it's her campaign.
No, I think it's her campaign, too.
Donald thinks belittling women makes him bigger.
Oh, there you go again. She pulls out the woman card. She pulls out the race card. She pulls out the victim card.
It's really up to all of us to demonstrate
Come on, Hill. That's right.
who our country is.
That's right.
Nobody has more respect for women than I do. Nobody. Nobody has more respect.
Well, that's just not true.
Your actions prior to this haven't really indicated that you've got a lot of respect.
How does
Nobody
he
has more respect.
Please, everybody.
go on and get busted saying that he can grab women by the whether or not they like it, and then you have all these women that go, yeah, he did it to me, and he goes, oh, I don't do that.
The harassment thing just plays into the rape culture.
I've done Miss California USA. He runs pageants, and, you know, he helps women become, you know, powerful, independent people.
We had a video with Donald Trump in my band 25 years ago, and he was a lecherous He was all over, the 17-year-old guitar player in our band. I've been on the Trump boat. He's an
We need to put more money into the Social Security Trust Fund. My Social Security payroll contribution will go up, as will Donald's, assuming he can't figure out how to get out of it. But what we want to do is to replenish the Social Security Trust Fund.
She is a nasty woman.
Oh, I know that's mean. He is just so rude.
He really had to say that? I mean, we all see she's being nasty. I mean, when he makes the comments, it just takes away from him.
One of the prides of this country is the peaceful transition of power. Are you saying you're not prepared now to commit to that principle?
What I'm saying is that I will tell you at the time. I'll keep you in suspense.
Good for you. There's already been found voter fraud.
I will tell you at the time.
That's so dangerous. That is so dangerous.
That just sounds like a little kid not getting his way, so he's gonna, nah, you know, this isn't fair.
That is not the way our democracy works. We've been around for 240 years. We've had free and fair elections. We've accepted the outcomes when we may not
I feel like every election's rigged, honestly.
That is what must be expected of anyone standing on a debate stage during a general election.
He has no business being up there.
He has a temper tantrum when things don't go his way.
Trump is like a little kid, and she's like more of like a mature lady.
You're gonna reject the results of an election. That's what happens in countries where we have dictatorships.
When he says everything's rigged against him, I know he's like exaggerating about a lot of stuff, but the media is kind of rigged against Trump.
I will stand up for families against powerful interests.
Which she has done her entire career.
I will do everything that I can to make sure.
She wants to be a president for everybody, so even if you don't vote for her, she wants to be your president.
I will do everything that I can to make sure that you have good jobs with rising incomes, that your kids have good education.
We'll see about that.
Hillary just trumps Trump.
You will give me a chance to serve as your president.
I wouldn't.
I already voted for you, baby.
I hope we all give her a chance to serve as our president, because it's about freaking time, guys!
When I started this campaign, I started it very strongly. It's called
No.
Make America Great Again.
I agree.
Make America Great Again. We're going to make
What was
America
wrong with
great. We have
America
a
in the
depleted
first
military.
place?
You mean make America white again?
We cannot take 4 more years of Barack Obama.
Well, you know, I
That's
thought
what you
Barack
get
Obama
when
was
you-
wonderful.
We cannot take 4 more years
You're
of
right.
Barack Obama,
You
and
can't
that's
take
what
it.
you get when you get her.
And even worse.
Oh my god. I'm speechless.
I've seen presidential debates in the past, but I've never heard one so competitive.
God, we are.
I have a small business, and the regulations and hoops that I have to dance through are incredible. She wants me to make nothing and them to make everything, and I can't run a company that way.
This guy's got the nation turned upside down. He's got white people hating black people hating white people. We're all the same species.
Everybody talks about them. It's on the news. It's in my school newspaper. It's everywhere.
Okay, so we have a lot to discuss. We're going to run down some of their political stances, talk about some of their controversies, and then we're going to get your opinions on them as people.
Okay, let's go.
So the reality is this video is going to get a lot of negative comments and stir up controversy by even just talking about this, especially compared to when we covered the election back in 2012.
I can see that. It almost seems more like a game show. Like, I don't know. It doesn't really seem legit.
The previous times there was always like one who's obviously better. Now there's just like not. It's just like, and.
This is so divisive that a lot of people feel like both candidates are no good.
Well, that's pretty bad because, like, that means they're not doing such a good job trying to run for president.
Well, do you feel the best Republican and Democrat are the nominees, or do you wish we had different choices?
I think they're not the best choices because there's so many things wrong with both of them.
I see how people might not like Hillary. I see how people might not. I definitely see how people don't like Donald Trump.
The election should be delayed until we can get more candidates who are better qualified.
I think Bernie would have been better.
I would have gone for Ted. He's constitutionally strong.
I think the best Democrat was, as far as the best Republican, my God, absolutely not.
I wish there were other choices. Pluto and Donald Duck would have been much better than what we have.
And candidate aside, what do you think is the biggest issue today in the U.S.?
The biggest issue is we need to bring jobs back to America.
Getting it out of debt.
I think climate change is huge.
I want the next president to do as much as they can to stop all this gun violence.
Our justice system is trash. I think the way police officers have been handling their personal justice and whatever is trash.
Safety of American people. People that are springing up out of nowhere that are disciples of the ISIS or ISIL organizations and doing bad things.
Terrorism, because that's really scary. Before it seemed like a foreign thing, but now when you got homegrown terrorists, that's really scary.
We're getting into some of the issues. We'll start with healthcare. Clinton would like to expand the current Affordable Care Act to cover more people, while Trump wants to repeal Obamacare completely and replace it with a different system. Do you think that Obamacare is something that has worked for our country thus far?
Well, I can't say that it's made much of a difference for me because I'm low income.
Obamacare has not worked.
Obamacare has not worked for this country. You got more healthy people paying for more sick people.
It has worked for a lot of people because there are people who could not get any sort of health care. Obamacare is actually saving their life.
I know a lot of people who couldn't afford any kind of health care, who stayed sick because of it, and I know that it's helped them.
The Affordable Care Act has worked in many ways. I've had cancer, my daughter had a spinal issue. We would not be able to get insurance under previous rules because we have pre-existing conditions.
If they're going to get rid of it, they need to come up with something that's going to work.